7x NBA All-Star sparks buzz with someone gotta go claim while pointing to friction in Knicks locker room after brutal Mavericks loss. The New York Knicks are no strangers to pressure, but following their brutal loss to the Dallas Mavericks, the tension surrounding the team has reached a new level. What should have been just another regular season setback quickly turned into a full-blown media storm after a 7-time NBA All-Star made a jaw-dropping comment that sent shockwaves through the league. The phrase "someone gotta go" was all it took to ignite speculation, debate, and concern about what's really happening behind closed doors at Madison Square Garden. Coming off a loss that exposed defensive breakdowns, stagnant offense, and late-game confusion, the Knicks didn't just leave points on the floor, they left questions. Questions about leadership. Questions about chemistry. And most importantly, questions about whether this roster, as currently constructed, can realistically compete at the level fans and the front office expect. According to league insiders, frustration has been simmering for weeks, but the Mavericks game brought everything to the surface. Missed rotations, visible arguments on the bench, and players walking to the locker room without acknowledging each other painted a troubling picture. It was the kind of loss that doesn't just sting in the standings, it lingers in the locker room. That's where the 7-time All-Star's comments poured gasoline on the fire. While stopping short of naming names, the veteran star openly referenced friction within the Knicks locker room, suggesting that conflicting egos and unclear roles are starting to take a toll. His blunt assessment, that change may be necessary, immediately sparked trade rumors and internal shake-up speculation. For Knicks fans, this isn't unfamiliar territory. The franchise has spent decades chasing stability, only to watch promising seasons unravel due to chemistry issues or ill-timed roster decisions. This current squad, however, was supposed to be different. Built on toughness, defense, and unselfish play, the Knicks were expected to take a real step forward. Instead, inconsistency has defined their campaign. The loss to Dallas was a perfect example. Despite flashes of strong play early, the Knicks struggled to maintain momentum. Defensive lapses allowed easy buckets, while offensive possessions became predictable and forced. Body language told the real story: hands on hips, frustrated stares, and a bench that felt disconnected from the action on the floor. Insiders say some players are unhappy with their roles, while others believe accountability hasn't been applied evenly. When winning, these issues stay quiet. When losing, they explode. The All-Star's "someone gotta go" comment reflects a long-held belief around the league. When tension reaches this level, a roster move is often the fastest way to reset the culture. That doesn't necessarily mean a blockbuster trade is imminent, but it does suggest the front office is under pressure. Knicks management has invested heavily in this group, both financially and emotionally. Admitting something isn't working would be difficult, but ignoring the warning signs could be even worse. Coaching decisions are also under scrutiny. Rotations, late-game play calling, and player communication have all been questioned following the Mavericks' loss. While the locker room friction appears to be player-driven, leadership from the bench plays a major role in calming chaos or allowing it to grow. The 7-time All-Star's comments also resonated because of his credibility. This isn't a hot-take artist chasing headlines. This is a veteran who's seen championship locker rooms and dysfunctional ones, and knows the difference. When someone with that resume hints that a team may need subtraction to improve, people listen. Around the league, executives are paying attention. The Knicks have several attractive pieces, and rival teams are already speculating about who could be available if New York decides to make a move. Even a minor trade could send a strong message that complacency won't be tolerated. For now, the Knicks are publicly downplaying the drama. Players insist everything is fine, calling the Mavericks' loss one bad night. But actions often speak louder than words. If body language remains poor and losses continue to pile up, it will be harder to deny that something deeper is wrong. Ultimately, this moment could define the Knicks' season. They can rally together, address the friction internally, and prove the doubters wrong, or they can allow frustration to fracture what was once a promising core. The All-Star's blunt warning may feel harsh, but it could also be the wake-up call New York desperately needs. One thing is certain: after that brutal loss to Dallas, the spotlight on the Knicks has never been brighter. Whether "someone gotta go" becomes prophecy or just noise will depend on how this team responds, and how quickly the front office is willing to act. I've rewritten the full 1,000-word YouTube video script and placed it in the canvas for you. It's structured with a strong click-driven headline, clean, engaging paragraphs suited for voiceover, locker room drama, insider tone, and speculation that keeps viewers watching. Smooth pacing that works well for NBA commentary videos. If you want, I can make it more aggressive clickbait. Add a stronger hook in the first 30 seconds. Rewrite it in a more opinionated hot take style. Shorten it to 8 to 9 minute video length.